Alright, let's see. I'm in the wrong position. I was about to tweet. Going live, one and more power. Um, for some, let's say more champions. Champions week game for this week. Versus saying, how will it go? Put it in to find out. And then we'll do a little Rocket Raccoon GIF because do that one. That one's not bad. I'll I just open up the chat. Open up the chat app. Got a lot to say. That's right, we just busted out some TikTok memes. Mute the site, mute the site. Oh, and switch accounts. Sorry. So many accounts, so little time. There's a bowl. Alright. Let's do this. Put you here, put you there, put you there. We're good. We're good. We're peachy. Peachy olive. The side quest. That's a cool name. That's a kind of game anyway. I need to up my story there. Alright. Oh. Bed. Yeah. Alright. Welcome everybody to Season 7, Round 2 of the Marvel Champions Solo League. Rocket Raccoon Aggression versus Drain and Space Pirates. And let us hop into Game 1 officially and see what we get. Okay, so right off the way, not the greatest hand. We have Flora and Fauna, which isn't bad. We don't need Reload, don't need Spider-Man. I think I'm gonna get rid of the battery pack. I keep Flora and Fauna just in case because it might help for Groot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is not the greatest hand at all. But what we can do is we can do yeah, because we have no weapons yet at all. Oh, I also need to make turn counter. So that we can keep track of the turns. Okay. There's only 2, so I can use that resource for something if I needed to. But I don't really have to. Because Floor and Fawn doesn't really help me at all. I can go 1, 2, 3, play Groot, flip up, to use that to remove 2 off here. Attack from 1. I'm just gonna attack from 1 actually. Keep Groot to block for me. How much? 2? Yeah, I'll keep that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we finally got ourselves a weapon, thank God. So 2 threat on, 1 on the Badoon. I'll have Groot block Drang. 2, 2, 3, 4. So it does 4 damage, but Groot absorbs and heals 2 of it. Counter card. Badoon Engineer comes into play, it charges up the ship. Okay. That's not bad. Although Savage is a pretty good card at this point. Reload is also useful. I should have probably played In Defiance, but oh well. I can use In Defiance to play Rocket's Pistol. Comes in with 3 charge counters on it. See, he needs to go, that's the problem. Milana can keep the threat down. I think I used the pistol and my attack to defeat the engineer. And then I used salvage to put the battery pack on top of my deck. Play endurance, which gives me 3 hit points. So now we can try and hopefully get some weapons out and do some damage. 2 on, charges the ship. Drang attacks, I'll block with Groot again. 2, 4. That will defeat Groot completely. But just like that, we have absorbed 2 of the hits completely. And this has 4 threat on it. Okay. So power of aggression to play a Fusillade. To exhaust the weapon to deal 5 damage to Drang. I'll have to do Milano and this to get rid of the blockade completely. Then I'm going to use the power of all of us to play a battery pack. Comes into play with 2 charge counters. I use 1 to charge up the pistol. Then I'm actually going to... I'll stay up. Should have not stayed up, but you win some, you lose some. 2 on, ship triggers, I take 2 damage. He attacks me. 2 plus 2 is 4 damage. We're down to 6. Encounter card. The villain attacks you. 2 plus 2 is 4. Puts me down to 2. And that's that round. Oh, that was rough. But we can make this work, possibly. There's only 4 threat on. If I fusillade... If I fusillade him, I can... That does 5. And then do 2 more damage. With Nick Fury. So 2, 3, 4. To play Nick. Draw 3 cards. Ooh, that's actually interesting. I'll play a side holster. I use one of these to play You Got a Plan. So I'll throw for 2 and I'm ready. And I'll throw for 2 with Nick. Actually, I won't know. I'll take the 2 damage off here. Actually. And then I'll... Didn't do my math correctly. I won't play side holster. 1, 2. To play Fusillade. To deal 5 damage to Drang. Causes him to advance. When he advances, Drang's spear comes out. Automatically. Flip down. Here for 3. Ready? And we'll draw up. Okay. Interesting. 2 on, 1 charge. Goes to Scheme, so that adds another charge. 2. So adds 2 and charges the ship. And then an encounter card. Discard cards from the top until a criminal minion is discarded. And then give that minion a tough status card. And the villain a face down boost card. Okay. Comes into play. So he has tough. And Drang has a boost card. And then Nick Fury goes away. So we have 6 threat. I definitely need to recover. That definitely has to happen. I feel like we add the charge to the pistol. Then we discard the battery pack to draw 2 cards. Okay, that's actually gonna be a bit. That's actually gonna be pretty big. Recover for 3. Flip up. I'm gonna brainstorm saying upgrade. It's not an upgrade. I'm gonna put that card at the bottom of my deck. And draw a card. So we'll go 2 to play Fusillade. To deal 5 damage. Then we'll play I've Got a Plan. To reload. That readies the pistol. We'll use Milano to remove 3 threat. And then the skeleton does give me points. But I'll use salvage and cybernetic skeleton to play Drax. Pulling back the I guess the battery pack. And then he'll attack for 3. Bring him down to a 6. I'll use the pistol to pop the tough off the pirate lackey. Okay. 2 on. Ship charges, take indirect damage. He'll then attack me. I'm gonna block with Drax. That's 4, 5, 6. So Drax is defeated. He'll attack me for 2. Top card of my deck gets removed from the game. Hand cannon. And counter card is spatial positioning. Comes in with 3. And that's round 6. Okay. So let's think this through. Particle cannon would do 4 bleeds and 1 over to make him into a 5. Pistol would do 3. So I think I can go. Let's plan this out with my hand. If I go 2-3 to play particle cannon does 4 overkill, so that's 1 damage. Then 2 damage, that's 3 damage. And then I have to either play a pistol, 2 damage and attack. Yeah, I can do that. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be lethal. Milano takes 3 off, so we at least get rid of that. And then we go 2, 1 to play a particle cannon. Comes in with 2 counters. Fire it, 4 damage. So 3, 1 excess. I do draw a card from overkill. Does that help me at all? Not really. No. Doesn't really help me. So then I could play hand cannon if I wanted to. But we'll just play. Oh yeah, I have to play hand cannon actually. I have 2 weapons, so I have to discard a weapon to play one. So I'll have to discard the particle cannon to play the pistol. And then fire pistol 1, fire pistol 2, and attack to do the 5 damage to defeat him. And that's how round 1 complete. So with that in the books, let's just check to make sure we have everything we need to record for round 2. And then we'll kind of go from there. It's rocket, aggression, 1, 6 turns. So it's 6 turns. 0 HP for the villain. 5 HP for me. Total threat is 5 threat. And that's it. So it's not the greatest one, but it's an okay match. I should have actually saved this. Oopsie. I did not save it, did I? Maybe it is saved? Wash your fingers and pray. It's not terrible. I can salvage this. Here's what I always question about this. Not to like question people's quote unquote integrity. But like I had a better practice game than I did this game. What's stopping me from like reporting that game instead? Nothing. So alright. This is Marvel Champions Solo League Season 7 Round 2 Game 2 of Rocket Raccoon versus Drang and the Space Pirates in Standard. We'll shuffle up these decks and let us begin. Alright, this is Marvel Champions Solo League Season 7 Round 2 Game 2 of Rocket Raccoon versus Drang in the Space Pirates. So let's draw cards. So we're hoping to draw a weapon, hoping to draw a fusillade, those kind of cards. Bingo, bingo. Okay, and we have a pistol as well. Although the cybernetic skeleton is pretty good in this case. I think I'm going to keep this card, this entire hand, as is. And just go intense. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use the power of all of us to play Rocket's pistol. Comes in with 3 counters. Flip up, I'm going to use Strength to play Fusillade to exhaust the weapon and deal 5 damage to Drang. I'm actually going to use Milano and Reload to play Cybernetics. Yeah, I'm going to play Cybernetic Skeleton. Gives me 3 extra hit points. I'll thwart for 2 to reduce the threat. But then I at least have a 2 attack and I have some more hit points. And 5. Oh my god. The weapons are coming out, the fusillades are roaring. Okay, he'll attack me for 2 damage, and the ship charges up again. Discard cards from top of deck until you get a criminal. Give that criminal a tough status. Both advantages are gone, that's really good. He comes in with tough, I take 2 damage, and the top card of my deck is removed from the game. Okay. Turn 2. Now we got some plays here, really. Because we could play Rocket Launcher and do some work. Or we could play Hand Cannon. So if we played Hand Cannon, it would allow me to overkill him and draw a card. But I would probably rather get out the Rocket Launcher. 2/3 for the Rocket Launcher. And then maybe I just keep the Fusillades and hope for better luck. Problem is he's going to thwart and it's going to add 1s to it. So if I go 2 and 1 to play a rocket launcher, comes in with 2 counters. Use the pistol to pop the tough off. Use the rocket launcher to do 2 damage to the villain and 2 damage to him. Because of the cybernetic skeleton, I have 2, so I can attack him for 2 to defeat him. It is overkill technically, so I do get to draw a card. A side holster. Okay. Milano removes the threat. Play the side holster. And then flip down. I'm gonna keep the fusillades and pray for some magic. Because with that, we could do... We could, in theory, do double fusillades. Even though we don't need that much damage, but it's potential there. 2 on, counter, he schemes. So it will 1, 2, 3, 4, brings it up to 6, and then we'll trigger the ship. So we take 2 damage. Getting counter card. Another Honor Among Thieves comes into play with a tough and then boost card. Okay. That's just getting annoying now, really. So I'm gonna have to recover for 3. That's a given. Then I'm going to... I've got a plan to play another pistol because I have the side holster out, so I can get 3 weapons out at the same time. No problem. Flip up. I am... Do I surprise attack? I am not gonna surprise attack. No. We'll use the rocket launcher to pop the tough off and to do 2 damage to drain. Then we'll use both pistols to defeat the pirate lackey. That draws us a card. Oh my god. We use surprise attack to play reload to ready all the upgrades. Milano removes 3 threat off. Then we'll use salvage to play fusillade. We'll exhaust the rocket launcher. Actually, no. Not. First, before we do that, we'll fire both pistols. Bring him down to 0. I'll advance him to next stage. String spear comes out. And then we'll play fusillade, exhausting the rocket launcher. Do 5 damage. Pulling back. I guess it's gonna have to be the hand cannon on top of the deck. And ready. We got him at 9 already. He is gonna come at us with a pretty big hit right now. 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 on, 1 tick. Attacks us with a 4+. I'm gonna defend this. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Defended by 1, it makes it 8 damage. I'll use a hand cannon, but you'll pay for that to remove 5 threat completely off the board. I'll exhaust the Milano. Deal with that. Turn 4. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. 1, 2 to play a Fusillade, exhausting the rocket's pistol. That does 5 damage. Fire the pistol. Does 2 damage. Flip down. And that's it. So at this point, we need health. So even playing Drax just to get health will help. 2 plus 1 schemes. So that's 2 plus 2 is 4. We go up to 6 as another counter. Pirate Lacquer comes into play. Does not do anything. And that brings us to turn 5. Alright. Use my ability to trash one of the pistols to draw 2 cards. Okay, so 3 to heal up. I'll play 2, plus I've got a plan to play Drax. Milano to remove 3 threat off the board. And then I think we literally go... I just do a Valence Assault and that'll win the game. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can do that would help with the game. Nope. So I'll just flip up. 1, 2. Valence Assault. 5 damage is 3 plus 2 overkill game. So this one we finished with 5 turns, 0 hit points, for 8 hit points for us, and 3 threat. So it actually was a better game than the first one, even though it got a little bit rough there. We took an 8 points hit, and we somehow managed to stay here. We played Drax just to give us the hit points. Didn't even need him. But the Valence Assault pushed us through for the win. Woo! Talk about a challenge run. Overall, I don't think they're that bad. I mean, they're a bit slower than my other game, I think. My practice games were a bit a ton or two faster, really, and a bit better threat management. Just haven't hit the cards really clean on this one. Greetings, everybody. We are here with Season 7, Round 2, Game 3. So this is the final game that we will be recording or reporting as well. So let us draw and see. Harker Cannon. Oh, we got pistols off the bat. Oh, this hand is rough. This is a rough hand. I'm gonna say no to pistol, no to pay for that, no to the hand cannon. Maybe keep the fusillades. Keep them just in case. See what we get. Nothing of what I wanted. Alright. I'll brainstorm. I'm gonna name an upgrade. It is an upgrade. I've moved 3 threat from the main scheme. And I will place a card on the... I will place it on the bottom of my deck. And draw a card. Not what I wanted. I was hoping to draw into like a double resource of some sort, but then I didn't get that. So if we go hand cannon, Milano, Fusillade, and Drax, play Nick Fury, draw 3 cards. Then we use those 3 cards to play the Parker Cannon. Comes in with 2 counters. Fire the Parker Cannon for 4. Nick Fury attacks for 2. That's 6 damage. Now I attack from 1. Bring down to 6. Then we have the Fusillade next turn if we need to pop the Parker Cannon. Then we can actually reload it as well. 3, 4, 5. Okay, not a bad one. 2 on, 1 counter attacks for 2+. I'll block with Nick Fury. 3 damage. Thank you, Nick. Your service has been much appreciative. Choose one. Exhaust the Milano. I will exhaust the Milano. Not that bothered by that. Okay. So I can... I was just looking. I could technically go Fusillade into just punching him and go really... Let's do it. 1, 2, Fusillade. 5 damage. Attack from 1. That advances him. He'll then pull out the spear. Spear comes out. Then I'm going to use the battery pack to cast Reload to ready the upgrade. And I'm going to use the Parker Cannon to deal 4 damage. Bring it down to 10. It's a risky play. Very risky play. But if it works and I can burst him down a bit, 4 + 1. Attacking me for 4 plus. 4 + 2 is 6. Moving down to a 3. Discard an upgrade or support you control. All that gets rid of the Parker Cannon, which changes a lot about the strategy now. Okay, Milano to deal with the threat. Honestly, we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3 to play Spider-Man. Give him the attack bonus. He'll attack for 4. Goes down to 6. Then I'm gonna flip and heal for 3. So then worst case, I can potentially bust them down next turn. I was like, just give me a 1 card. 1 card is all I needed. 1 card. I think I still technically have it. It's just a matter of, yeah. Okay. 2 on, 1 on. Schemes for 2, 2, 3, 4. Makes it up to 7. That will also advance the Dune ship, doing 2 indirect damage. And counter card, Cannonade. Comes in with 4. Okay. Alright, so let's think this through. We have 6 damage that needs to be dealt with. Correct? Correct. A Fusillade plus my basic attack wins the game. So that's gonna cover that. And then let's use I could add a weapon, but I don't really want to add another weapon in the salvage. So I'll use Power of All of Us to play a battery pack. Then I'm going to discard battery pack to draw 2 cards. I was just trying to see if I could fish for some better cards to actually use. Side holster to play Rocket's Pistol. Milano will remove 3 threat of here. Now the other option I have is I could finish him off with Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man doesn't take the consequential. Same thing, really. This saves me an extra hit points. Flip up. Thwart for 2 to get rid of Cannonade. Play Fusillade to exhaust a weapon upgrade. Deal 5 damage. And then attack with Spider-Man that defeats Drang, so he doesn't take the consequential damage hit. And ends the game right there. So this game, we finish with 4 turns, 6 hit health left altogether, but unfortunately 7 threat on the board. That's a bit much, but we at least got it a bit quicker, and I think that's a better way to handle that one. So it was 4 turns, 0 hit points, 6 hit points for us, and 7 threat on the board. I'm just curious to see what would have been the well, it would have advanced, actually, yeah. That would have been a total mess at that point. Because then it would have advanced, and then we would have really been aiming for a doozy. The shout introduction? Oh, there is. Oh, hello there. Nice. I like that. Okay. Yeah, normally he would. Correct. However, the way for the Solo Champions League, the way it works is the minute the villain is defeated, it stops the clock, essentially. So it stops the clock before he even takes the consequential. Correct. He would take consequential normally, but for the Solo Champions League, based on how they talk about it in the Discord, the minute the game is over, it stops before the consequential even hits, which is so you can squeeze out an extra hit point of like value kind of that way. It's a bit weird, and that's kind of one of these like weird little things people have been doing. That like these like veterans that have been playing this multiple seasons, little tricks to maximize hit points and have like a bajillion hit points because they play like leadership and they have 3 allies out. Yeah, I haven't done the like this is the first season I've yeah. It's also a bit weird. Well, like I'm also because like when I first started, I thought okay maybe the first time I built it last week I was like maybe I just have to burst the game down. But apparently it's better to have more of like a full clear board essentially, rather than like ending it quickly. But I feel like that leaves yourself up for open things. But yeah, that whole kind of that even the idea of allies' health actually counting is a bit weird to me. Because then I feel like leadership, even though I don't think it counts as much for your score, just the fact that that like your allies' hit points count. But then that's also why I have Groot here because that could help with that. But overall, we'll see. This is the first I have looked at it in the past, the solo league, and I was like, I don't know. It was before I was playing on tabletop, and I'm like, well, how do I like record it? How do I like report the scores? What do I do about it? And thank you. That was a more aggressive game. The second game was actually a tight one because actually second game was technically my best game goal wise. But I took an 8 point hit from Drain too that brought me to one health. I just barely hung on after that one. But I also like the fact that these games are pretty quick and they're not like two-player games that last 30, 40 hour long on back and forth. But so I'll record these later. Hopefully it's a decent score. I know that from what I've gathered, a lot of people have been playing a Rocket Raccoon with leadership, and they've been using like Welcome Aboard plus all the Guardian allies plus power of all of us to really just unload all these allies and have like Drax out and Groot out and everything. And it's a pretty cool deck idea, I must say. I all right. This person also did 0 threat clears. Oh well. Sometimes like aggression, you just have to punch things. Do I have? I don't think I do. Yeah, Welcome Aboard is definitely. It's kind of annoying that it's I'm hoping it's here. Is it here? Yeah. The only thing that annoys me about it is that like it's a hero action. It kind of sucks that it's only for Guardian identities. It's a bit rough. That could be a really powerful card for Avengers. But yeah, that's a really good card. I mean, that combined with some of the other stuff, I mean, it's just going to be. Combine that with like Star Lord, and you can get real crazy. Yeah. Think about like so. I mentioned it a bit in a video that I'm making. So like for this challenge, I was thinking of playing a Rocket Justice deck with like Think Fast and all those like Think Fast, Scare Tactics, all that stuff. I just felt like it was a bit slow for this one. I do have. Uh, Let me check actually. Is it in my? I don't know if it's in my game I'm playing on tabletop or if it's the one I'm playing on in person. Because in person, I started a Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign with Iron Man and Gamora. I know that Gamora has Think Fast in her deck, but is it in this deck? It's not actually. But okay, so it's not in this one. I'll just, I'm gonna quickly be while I'm here in Marvel Land, I may as well just. I think it was the Power Gauntlets and the Exosuit. True. I just feel like I used because the reason why I was looking because I know I played a Venom deck where I went like full confused like gimmicks that I chose to kind of be a bit more streamlined with it and not play for this one. But yeah, he definitely has ways to confuse. But then, like, I mean, you could go Think Fast plus the Sonic Pistol, and then you just can have confused for days. I think part of the issue is it depends on who you're like playing with. So, for instance, in my like I say in my in-person game, I have Iron Man and Gamora. So if she can like think fast early on, it gives Iron Man that breathing space to actually build the first few turns and stay down in alter ego, which is really helpful. Because I really wanted to test out and see how does Iron Man work in Galaxy's Most Wanted? Because he's a bit of a slow, he takes a while to get going. I was like curious to see that. Yeah, and like, so I think that's what it's gonna help for like giving you that coverage for those people who, or even people who like to go down a lot. Um, Miss Marvel, Black Widow, they kind of have that Guardian can kind of help cover them a little bit for that extra support. Which honestly is just a really cool way of playing it. Yeah. I think who else? She-Hulk to a degree likes to flip around, but no one else really, I guess. Correct. That's all gonna go out the window when Thanos arrives. And then even then it becomes a bit of a weird thing because as we talked about, I think the last week or the week before with the hood scenario, you have steady being added on. So Thanos being constant stalwart is going to be an interesting one. That is going to be I don't know how that's going to work. I guess you just have to figure out a way to deal with him. Hydra Patrol. I guess it makes sense because like it is supposed to be Thanos. Like he's supposed to be this, so he should be super hard. Because like you figure Ronan was tough, but he needs to be tougher than that. But my question is going to be because we've seen some of the Infinity Stones, and from the pictures we've seen, they haven't been too like they look okay, but they're not like devastating, really. But my question is because it sounds like Thanos will always trigger one stone every turn. I'm curious to see what cards are in his deck because my guess is he's gonna probably have ways to like trigger 2, 3 every turn, kind of, and just really start churning out Infinity Stones. That may be a bit like suppressive. That what I need obligations. Oh, so the upgrades. Which is, I mean, isn't too crazy because, like, like Red Skull had the side scheme deck. He would send a side scheme out every turn, which was okay. It wasn't like too crazy unless you hit like the sleeper, then it became an issue. But outside of that, it wasn't. It was a cool idea. I'm also curious to see what they will do with Hela and Loki. How those are gonna play out. So I don't remember. I think I gave adrenal stims to Drax, and I think I gave the laser cannon or tactical. I think I gave him laser cannon. Yeah, I was a bit surprised when I saw that it was them. But I was curious to see like who else they would put. Because I mean, I don't know the Black Order because since they kind of combined Corvus and Proxima into one scenario. I guess Loki. I mean, I guess Loki did kind of like. I don't know because I gotta separate MCU from Champions. Just because Loki technically was involved in the MCU doesn't mean it's canon in here. But Hela, I don't see where Hela really comes into play. Guess we'll find out. That's the best way we can figure it out. Is it bad that I just figured out if I hit spacebar, it brings me back to the full screen? I just realized that. Tactical scanner and laser. See, I'll take laser cannon. Why not? What's even worse is I found out by hitting it accidentally. I didn't even like look for it. I just accidentally hit the button. So the reason why I don't use the player's hands is since I'm playing two-player solo. Like I would have to. I think I would have to like literally hop between seats to like have the cards in my hand. I should probably do it with the Solo Champions League. I've just gotten so used to just having this as my like hand row. That it would be I think it would literally be like mind blowing if I had this row as just like a place to put cards. I could just put extra cards here, then put cards over here, and then I guess something on top over here. It would be interesting. I'm pretty sure. And as for the drawing, oh, you mean draw? Yeah, I think the issue is I think it does. I think if you do the draw, it does put it into your hand. I think, which is why, like I said, it becomes a thing. Yeah, definitely works true soul though. Definitely. Yeah. See, it works. It's just again, yeah. I should probably do that for my solo champion ones. Let's take a crack at game 2 of our Rise of the Red Skull campaign, though, with Venom and Drax against Absorbing Man. So first thing is he needs an environment in play. Eventually we'll get one. There we go. Snowy Hillside. And then we'll, as we kind of mentioned at the end of our game against Crossbones, that we are taking an obligation. So we have Zola's algorithm for Drax and a medical emergency for Venom. Okay. Drax is the first player. Yeah, why not? Okay. Talk about a good shuffle there. The obligations in Rise of the Red Skull are all a bit interesting in how they kind of work. It's a cool little way. Oh, what the Jesus Christ! I don't think I've ever seen myself hit both of them in the same turn one. One and gun doesn't really help me in this situation, and the other does help me. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so how do I get rid of this? Exhaust and spend a mental resource. Done. Okay. We can now get on with the rest of our life. Shake it off to play Drax's Knife. And then this to play Unflappable. And we'll hold on to parry. I haven't really been doing anything with this, which kind of is unfortunate, but discard the top 5 cards of your deck and spend a physical resource. Physical resource, 1. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, before I forget. I gotta discard cards until I get a weapon. Almost forgot. There we go. Now we'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now that that's all taken care of, we can actually go on with the rest of our thing. Yeah, Venom's. My issue with Venom is his ability, because it doesn't shuffle cards back into. So like I'm already more than halfway through my deck, and I haven't even played a card yet, which is a bit insane. So I think, I like some of these cards, but it's just hard to know which ones. So if I use Savage, I'm going to use Impede to play Project Rebirth. Do this to draw a card. Okay. That's not bad, actually, because I can flip. I can take a damage to generate a pistol, to pay for the pistol. And I have 1, 2, 3 to play the multi-gun. Now we have some options here. So I think we can go 2 threat, 2 threat, to remove 4 threat off absorbing power. I just need to see, I don't actually think I need Sonic Pistol. I need side hustles in this particular deck. I think I did require me to be in heal mode, so I can stay down actually as Drax. I just realized that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 2 more 2 on. Schemes for 2. If it makes an undefended attack, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay. Defend? Actually, no, I won't defend because I'll probably play a second pistol, so that'd be pretty big. So that'd be 2 plus 3 is 5 damage. Ouch. And then places a threat on the main scheme. I also got to remember that I'm not playing solo Champion League games anymore. This is just Come on, you can do it. I will take the symbiote. That's because I don't want to exhaust Venom. Oh god, he's gonna attack. I'll take it. Put this card into play. So I take 2 damage. Now here's an interesting thing, because this comes into play, so I guess it comes into play, replaces the snow, puts the rocket out of the crop into play, and then he heals 1, but he never took any damage anyway. Okay. Well, that was a rough situation that we just went into. I'm going to take a damage to play Venom's Pistol. So now, I'm assuming Drax can kill the symbiote, so I'm not gonna bother with that. If I go 1, 2, 3. So I can go multi-gun to take 2 threat off super absorbing power. That way he loses all the traits. Then go 1, 2, 3 to do 3 threat off here. And then go 1, 2, 3 to play run and gun to ready everything. Multi-gun to deal 2 damage to absorbing man. And I'll do I heal? I should probably heal. I really want to like pew, but I should probably heal. Heal for 4, and then use Project Reaper to heal me up for 3 more. Alright. Meanwhile, Drax will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Martyr. Flip up. I'm gonna have Martyr attack the symbiote. That defeats the symbiote. She takes consequential damage from it. However, because she defeated it, she gains tough, which is awesome. And then I'll attack for 1, 2 against Absorb Man. There you go, Mouse. You can do it. Okay, we have a lay down the law that we could play into Spider Sense. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Parry will help us with some of the attacks. Ooh, Drax's other knife. Okay. 2 on, delay counter. Will scheme for 2. 4, he has stone trait. So he goes to attack. Now I could parry it. I might just take it so I can trigger some of my counters. I have parry, so it blocks 4 anyway. 3. I'm gonna use parry to prevent 4 damage. Unflappable draws me a card, and then I gain a vengeance counter. And then I'll just counter punch him back for 2. Why not? Power Gauntlets get added on to Absorbing Man, and a Steel Kick. Take 3 indirect damage, or 4 indirect damage if he has metal. Yeah, actually, I could do payback as well. So, 2 more damage. 3 indirect, 4 indirect. I got 1, 2, 1. I was debating if I wanted to play Nerves of Steel or not, but I don't really need to because I'm just going to do that to play Drax's other knife. Attack from 1 to 3. We come down to 19. I kind of want to leave Martyr around. Have it be like a Hydra killer. I might have to do that. I'm going to use the Project Rebirth to draw a card. Flip up. Use Spider-Man to play Lay Down the Law to remove 4 threat from the scheme. Strength to play Spidey Sense. Multigun takes if I attack for 2, 3, 4. Bring down to 15. Spend a mental and physical. I'll do that actually. To get rid of the power gauntlets. And then multi-gun to take 2 damage. And we'll keep the grasping tendrils because they may be useful. Especially when you draw 2 of them. Okay. 2 on. Get a counter. Attacks. Drax. 2. Just 2 damage. Vengeance will be mine. Oh. So hold on. Hold on. That technically would be this card, and then this would be his card. So it's 3 damage and a stun. Okay. Then he'll attack me. I am going to go Grasping Tendrils, Helicarrier to play Grasping Tendrils. So it cancels it. I use only physical. And stuns him. I think if I just like as I scrolled back to Venom, I saw that the deck was empty, and I was like, uh-oh. Unfortunately, that's probably the worst situation for Drax, but Absorb Man attacks you. Well, he doesn't attack me because he's stunned. Which is bad because we cut a metagame knowing that this card is an assault. The villain attacks you. I draw a card from Spider Sense, which we now know triggers on every attack. 2. Oh god, 3 is 5 damage. Hydra Soldier. And threat. Okay. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go 4, defeat the Hydra Soldier. And then run and gun myself back up. And then what would he do? He would do. I mean, I'm not that concerned about the threat, although I am going to go flip down, so I probably should deal with the threat a little bit. Drax, on the other hand, what will Drax do? CITT. Attack, fight me, coward, so he can ready himself up. Draw a card that he could actually possibly use CITT to ready himself. Okay, so he'll be doing some damage. So we'll go 2, 3, 4 to defeat the Hydra Soldier. That will draw me in a counter card. Multi-gun to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Then I'm going to go 1 damage, 2, 3, play running gun to ready everything. 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, sorry, 1, 2, 3. And thwart for 3. Multi-gun to attack for 2. Flip down, Project Rebirth to heal for 3. Meanwhile, Drax will play CITT. I'll attack to break the stun. Play Fight Me Coward to ready, draw a card. Villain attacks me. 2 plus. Come on! 3 damage. And I'm stunned. I gain Avengers counter though. So that I can't, right? I can't. I could technically use Knife Leap and another Steel and say, so if I attack to break the stun, if I use that to ready myself, I can do either 5 damage this turn or save it potentially. I'll do it. To ready myself. 1/4, attack for 5. Also, wait a minute, I totally forgot. I think he got hit twice, so he should have taken 2 retaliates. I forgot about Drax's other knife. I'm actually a bit surprised with this. I've actually gotten quite a lot of uses out of run and gun this particular game. Ooh, a subdue. Oh, okay. Okay, there. So 2 on, a delay counter. We'll scheme 2 plus 3. Attacks. I'm actually going to just have Marta just take it for me because I just can't afford it right now. 3 damage. I could have subdued it, but I kind of want to play some of these cards. This card gains Surge, Shadows of the Past. So Do all my Nemesis minions come into play with me? Like, is this what happens? They just swarm me? And then this comes out. And I'm just surrounded by little symbiotes. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. Dear God, what just happened in this whole scenario? Like, really, what in the world just happened? Okay. That's true, I did take care of one of them. I guess I can multi-gun to take care of one. Play one and gun to take care of the second one. So I can pop these out pretty quickly, but it's just gonna be a bit of an issue. Oh yeah, I forgot because there's an AoE effect, isn't there? Yeah, there's an AoE. I forgot about that. I was just gonna do one shot per one. Multiple Dwight Thief Mastery. I'm gonna attack for 5. That advances. Then I'm going to go. I draw a card from Dwight Thief Mastery. Oh, that is actually a beefy thing because I could intimidate. Do I do 2/7 to die just in case? What's the low man swing at me for now? 4 plus. I'll do it just as a safety net, just in case something terrible was to happen to me. Okay. Heal up for 3. Lock and load doesn't really help me right now. Use that to play crew quarters. True. That's the other thing. And I can't even. So it puts you in a weird situation where I can't even attack. I can't even thwart this because of patrol. Also, I can't do like anything actually. Like full stop. I can't do anything. They stopped me from engaging with this. Okay. Crew quarters will just patch me up a little bit. Multi-gun does 1 damage to each minion, not the villain, just the minions. Then I have to go to 3. Well, yeah, but I have to play 1 and gun first to ready the multi-gun to shoot them again. Then I can go this multi-gun a second time, and that defeats all 3 symbiotes. And then that's annoying, like, because it's like a weird 4 number. I don't have enough to actually get rid of it. I'll just do 3 thwart off this one. No one's. Yeah. Am I keeping Spider-Man? I'll keep him just in case. Okay. Okay, we're going ham right now. This is the ham turn for Drax. Drax is literally a deflection, knife leap, fight me coward. 2 on, 5th delay counter. He attacks for 4+, and I'll be taking 1 threat on the main every time. So 4 plus 2 is 6. I'll deflect 5 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take 1 damage. Retaliate back 1. Yeah, intimidation, that would have been play if I had kept the intimidation for him. And then I draw a card from the Drax ability, which would have been helpful when I got all the stuns. Okay. And he attacks Venom. Venom draws a card. I think I'm going to... Since I drew running gun, I'm just going to defend for 4, actually, just to keep myself a bit hardy. Maybe not, hold on. Before I flip this card over, let's look at Drax's damage potential. 5, 10. So that's 10 plus another 5 is 15. So that's 15 damage he can do. Breaks him down to 16. 4, 6, 12. So I need to find a way to do 3 damage in theory. And I could have just, and I could have one-shot this if I don't block. Spider-Man is so close. So close. Unless we draw enough cards to ready ourselves to do the 5 damage. Not gonna block. He has the stone trait. So there's not. So it's 3, 4, 6 damage. And then we gain 1, 1, 1. Spray right here. Place 1 threat on the main screen for every 2 delay counters. Azorman has the stone trait. He gets a face down boost card. Azorman attacks you. If he attacks you, he gets a +1 attack from this activation. So it's 3, 4, 5, plus he has a double boost card. Well, I have to defend for 4. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block for 2, 3, 4. I take 3 damage. And if there's 5 more delay there is, I take 1 indirect. Let's make sure this is the math. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I block for 4. 3 plus 1, yeah. Good God. 1 hit point left. Oh, I draw a card. 5 cents. Venom is holding on by the barely. So the issue is if I don't go for the burst. Let's think this through for a second. 5. So 10 from the knife leap. 5 from Fight Me Cow, that's 15. If I use CITT to ready myself, that'd be 20. That's 20 damage right there, potentially. And then 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I still? I thought I would have been more because I would have drawn. I thought I would have drawn more damage. 4, 5. Oh, and then retaliate as well, technically. So let's say 10 plus another 5, 15. Retaliate, 16. CITT, 21. 22, 23. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh. That's just ridiculous. 1, 2 to play impede. To remove 3 threat from the main scheme, draw it back into my hand. I could technically laser cannon and just end it, but that'd be a bit like unnecessarily. I'm gonna do behind enemy lines actually. To remove 3 threat from a scheme. And confuse Absorb Man because I did use all mental resources for that one. Flip down, heal from 1, 4. Alright, Drax will free Knife Leap, so 4, 5, 10 damage. He draws a card first, hold on. Okay, Intimidation is an interesting card right now. Fight Me Coward. To ready, draw a card. Villain will attack me. So it's a 4 plus... Oh, that's gonna be a problem actually, isn't it? Because if I bot myself here, then we're not gonna kill him this turn, so it'll be fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would flip me down to 0. So 2 summon to die triggers. My hit points go to 4. This gets removed and I flip down. I heal 6 damage. And go down to 0. I did get retaliated. Does retaliate 1 damage back though. At this point, I may as well play a Night Nurse. Just in case we get those stuns again. Heal myself up for 4 and then flip up. That way I'm hardy. I was hoping I could burst it down, but doesn't seem like it was in the cards this time. 2 on, pick, goes scheme, can't scheme, goes to attack. It's a 4 plus. Put this card into play. I also should have added one more threat. And I take indirect damage, so taking two of this. Okay, so wait a minute. So it was 4 damage. Then I would have taken 1 indirect from his card, and then 2 indirect from Dense Forest. Yes. And he retaliates 1 back. I think that's correct. You make God Almighty. Okay. I'm actually gonna take the stun because I have Night Nurse, so I may as well just get the stun so I don't have to flip down. Abandoned Factor comes into play. It surges. Hydro Regular comes out. And he gets his ball and chain. Okay. I could technically shake it off if I wanted to. Do I want to is the question. Night Nurse to remove the stun and heal. I'm going to attack to just get rid of this Hydro Regular, get him off the board. Spend a physical. I'll spend a physical just to get the ball and chain back into the deck. Draw a card from the Quiet 3 Mastery. I'm going to use these two to play Mantis so she can heal me for 3. Flash, on the other hand, will heal for 4. I may even just I'm not seeing how much threat I can actually remove. Because I really need to deal with this threat removal situation we have going on over here. I can do Savage Attack for 5 damage. That's a given. 4, 8, 10, 12, 7. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. I think we can win actually. Flip up. 2, 3, 4. Multi-gun to do 2 more damage. So that's 6 damage altogether. Which is down to 11. Then we use Strength. Play a Savage Attack. Deal 5 damage. Brings down to 6. 1, 2, 3. 1 and gun to ready myself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just like that, Azulman is defeated. Woo! Talk about a freaking. This encounter is always an annoying one just because it feels like. It feels like it should be easier, but it really does his job in just delaying you installing the game. I usually it's like usually around 6 to 8, I feel like. There were some close calls though. What's the situation? I forget let me see what happens after Absorb, man. So I got condition upgrade and 6. How many counters is it? 6 counters. And then condition upgrades. Well, this one's gonna go for Drax, obviously. I almost think the Thwart might be better for Venom or the Recovery. I don't know. Because like the Thwart would allow me so with my pistol, I can do 4 Thwart right away on my own. But the Recovery upgrade, that would make me a lot more. That would give me 16 health. So I can really use my ability a lot more frequently. I have to go down as much. And then you combine that with Project Rebirth, Crew Quarters. I can recover it for like 8, 12 in a swing. Or is the +1 thwart gun? I'm gonna use the recovery upgrade. I talk myself into it. And then he has 11 health and 9 health. That is the second scenario in the Rise of the Red Skull without Guardians. And we'll see what happens when they tackle the next scenario. So I believe it is Taskmaster is next. Correct? I think it's Taskmaster and then Zola. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that one. It can go quick. I just feel like I never get him to go. Like even that last time when I got him so close to just being right there, and then he just finds a way to just slow me down a little bit more. The stuns really wrecked poor Drax. I definitely do like Drax's playstyle, though. I think Drax. I'm looking to hopefully do my new tier list soon, and I have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people to the list, all the Guardians, and Scarlet Witch. So I don't think looking at it initially, there's definitely no F tiers. Yeah, Dwight they did take a while to come out. That is true. I also feel like I didn't draw into the knife leaps or anything like that. But my question is, so just looking at this initial list, I would say Rocket and Groot are kind of mid tier, in my opinion. Scarlet Witch is probably high tier. Gamora, I can see Gamora being possibly mid tier to high tier. I feel like Drax and Star-Lord are the two like potentials, in my opinion, to really stand out. I guess my thing I'm curious about with Drax is, can you play Drax out of protection really? Because I feel like he just plays so good when you with like deflections and subdues. I guess you could. Aggression. You could do aggression, then you have all those like payback cards. Like take that and you'll pay for this. Toe to toes could be interesting. That could give him abilities. Yeah, so I definitely think Drax and Star-Lord are probably the two main highlights of the Guardian set. Venom's not bad either, to be honest. I'm kind of digging Venom. But I do feel like he's like had all the weapons set up for Venom that really allowed him to. I also don't know why I have side holsters in this deck anymore, actually. Those have to go. There's no other pistols except for the 3, which he already has access to. Oh god. Just saw what he's supposed to pull out of the sky. Is a nasty monster. Alright, so I think no problem. I was just talking about I was just looking at the Guardian Heroes and Scarlet Witch and doing my initial trying to figure out what tier I'm gonna put them on because like I mentioned, I have to make a new tier list updating my tier list basically. I have to change this because then I have to like sign in to like make a dark mode. No, good, okay. Yeah, Venom, he does have a lot in his kit. I guess my issue with Venom is I haven't had much success like triggering all the different like behind enemy lines savage attacks. So they haven't really jumped out at me in that regard. The pistols and the multi-gun really do work. The healing helps a lot. It keeps them. You have like Project Rebirth is definitely a very important card for him. I guess I just don't have. I never like run into a situation where like I mean I haven't played. To be fair, I haven't played that many games with him. But like usually like I have Savage Attack where then the overkill doesn't really do anything for me. Or yeah. I think also because I think the first few games I played him with, I was playing him with Think Fast and the Sonic Pistol, so I had too much confused in the deck. I definitely think he's definitely up there. But I feel like you definitely need Project Rebirth, even Spider Sense in a way to kind of help keep him going. And I think I had to play at least 3 or 4 running guns that game pretty consistently. And with all the guns out, the value you got from that was just an extra 6 damage. 2, 3, 4, yeah, extra 6 damage. Even crew quarters isn't that bad actually. It's an extra one just to help patch people up if you need to. But Yeah, I would say it's gonna be. I think Venom. Trax is also really good. Stoller is good, but I might have to ding Stoller a little bit just because I feel like his skill ceiling might be a bit tough. Yeah. Worst case, it just helps you. It helps you, especially if you're playing these long games where like you're gonna flip down a lot to heal up. Does that extra heal? The fact that you can use it even on other people as well. So worst case, even if you don't need the healing, you can always just give it to someone else. So I have to make the assessment there. I think the weakest one I'm gonna add to the list, I think it might be Groot, to be honest. I hate to say it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Groot might be the weakest one. But I may want to play Groot in the new protection cards just to see how he actually plays with those. Because those like deflection, subdue, the cards that might help him. Yeah. I'm curious to see how he plays with the protection cards that can absorb damage. Like deflection, all those, so that he can. Hello to Brazil. And welcome to the stream. We're just chatting about Marvel Champions right now after an absorbing man campaign run with Venom and Drax. But yeah, I definitely think Rocket Bump might be a bit better. Gamora is probably a bit better as well. Yeah, I think Drax definitely has like the forehand size for some reason it doesn't feel as like suffocating as Drax. I don't know why. And you're welcome. 88 was having. I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm ever that like I mean yeah like you don't have many options, but I guess it's because Knife Leap is essentially almost free once you get these counters up. That if you keep your like cost low, you can just and then if you have Dwight the Mastery out, you can just go. Yeah. He has easier ways to draw cards. And that's so much easier. Like I don't understand. Thor needs a minion to do that. You gotta pray you get a minion. Doesn't She-Hulk have 4? But She-Hulk, yeah, She-Hulk has 4, and she doesn't have. Wait, what does she have? I mean, I guess she has split personality, but that's it. Yeah, Hulk. Let's not talk about Hulk. Hulk is basically Drax if you take away Dwight the Mastery and his draw ability. Then he has no ways to draw extra cards. Oh, and Knife Leap isn't free. So yeah, Hulk is 6. But yeah, Drax's playstyle is how Hulk should have been, really. That his way of being able to just take hits is really how he should have played. Or in my opinion, what they should do now, or in this kind of time, is they should. There's no way to do it, but they do like a reprint And Hulk should get the steady trait from the new Hood pack. Hulk should just have steady on him so that it takes 2 stuns to stop the Hulk. That would be cool. Like you can't just stun him with 1 card and that completely shuts him down. Yeah, that's something like that. So that because it's ridiculous that like one stun can stop him, completely shut down his entire turn. The other thing as well is I'm not exactly thrilled with his Hulk. Doesn't have anything like his alter ego side is a bit bleh. Like I don't like Bruce Banner's ability personally. There's only 1 card in the entire set that I think is an alter ego card. Correct. There's no CITT for him. So I don't think there's any other way to. There's no other. Are there any kind of? No, there's not. Is there? I mean, you have. I think Death Focus does work for him. I think, which he does have. I think most of his cards are superpowers. I believe, but yeah, it is rough for the Hulk. I mean, they did and they didn't. I feel like. I feel like the issue with Hulk was that they. Yeah, I feel like Hulk. The problem is Hulk doesn't even like outside of Hulk Smash. Hulk doesn't really do anything. Like he has a 3 attack. I think there's a card that gives him an extra attack. Is there? I forget. After he gets he gets a +1 attack card, but he loses it if he flips. And it's like doesn't he have a card that readies him? Yeah. Readies Hulk, so he does have a way to ready himself, but that's the whole point. Like so if you have this, he gets +1, so he has 4 attack. But he loses it. But then you take someone like Hawkeye. Hawkeye with his bow has 3 attack. And then you give him a combat training, let's say he has 4 attack, and that doesn't go away ever. Yeah, Hulk Smash should like Knife Leap or by the way, just looking at this, it looks insane. A 4-player game would take forever. I think that what they could what it could have been interesting with Hulk another way they could have built Hulk was maybe have him almost kind of like how the Hulk ally plays, where like this random stuff will happen. Maybe he has really powerful cards, but it's weird cards that like you know, you have the super powerful attack, but then you must deal indirect damage to all the players as a result of it, kind of deal. So he's just like damaging everybody else in the process. That could be a cool way to play him. So we're gonna try see if this works. Works. Hopefully it does. Cool, it does. As I mentioned a little bit in my title, I want to take a second to talk about Earthborne Rangers. Besides being very hard to not say that without going Earthborne Rangers, every time I say it, I have to like resist. Just gotta sort out some stuff over here. Then we'll discuss this game. I think this game looks really cool from what I've seen as a game so far. Okay. Oh yeah, it was. So I watched most of it yesterday, and then I watched a bit of the. I finished it this morning. The last bit of it. It is a bit. I mean, I feel like it's like my question is obviously it technically isn't LCG. I don't know how much. I don't know how like often the updates are going to be. Definitely does look like it's going to be. Because it's very. I'm questioning like because obviously it's not like Guardians, like Champions where there's a bunch of heroes to upgrade. So I don't know like if they're gonna add new expansions for the Valley or new ranges. I don't know how much they've talked about the actual expansions. I know they do have a campaign expansion already listed. The Legacy of the Ancestors one. But I've watched. Yeah. So I watched the how to play from Earthborne games themselves. I watched the Team Covenant video, them playing through it. You get a feel of how the game plays, and while Zach and Steven, yeah, definitely. It's not, but like I feel like it's a whole different vibe to it. It's kind of like Arkham, just if not everything was trying to kill you at all, every waking moment of Arkham. Like, there's a lot of different things you can do, and like they kind of talk about it a bit in the Team Covenant video as like as once you like actually finished watching it, that it gets to the point where you have so many different things to explore, you kind of forget about the actual mission, if you will. And that's kind of a cool concept. I feel like it's the kind of game that you could just like play and then do whatever you want. Like I think that they even said in the beginning of that video that you could play it like with the story, or you could just say, you know what, today I'm gonna go hike from Lone Tree to White Sky and just see what happens along the way. So yeah, it's a very open, and that's kind of, I think that's very cool. It's a very open world style game, and it's a very, I just feel like it has a different feel. Like Champions has one way of a feeling of playing it, and Arkham has another way. But this one's, I feel like it can be a bit more of a. It's almost like I saw people mention it in the chat as well. Like it's like a Horizon Zero Dawn type feel of like the world, trying to explore it, kind of. So I think it's a really cool, very cool type of game. True. I have not seen. So I have not played Lord of the Rings LCG. I think I may have seen the Team Covenant guys play it once or twice on stream, but I have not played that one. And that's why I also was draw the line in. I don't think I can play a third LCG. That might be a bit much. But Earthborne seems to be, because I think they stopped. I think they stopped producing content for Lord of the Rings. Maybe I think they did. I don't know, but yeah. I'm just curious. We're gonna take a quick look here. Does it have? Oh, it doesn't say the artist names on here, do they? Oh, it does. So, or maybe it actually wouldn't be on these cards, would it? Because he would have probably, at this point in playthrough, he would have left. I'm just seeing if any of the. I have a few Marvel Champion cards up here. The rest of them are all downstairs. No. Yeah, I was also looking at that. But I have my solo champions deck is actually up here as a reference. But I figure most of the cards are newer cards, and I'm guessing that Evan probably left before most of those cards came out, because to work on Earthborne. Let's go through and see what we got here. So obviously we have Andrew Navarro, Arkham Horror Marvel Champion, Lord of the Rings, so he's the LTG father. Adams, the Sadler brothers. Descent, X-Wing, Mansions of Madness. I have a whole bunch of those behind me. Walking Dead, No Sanctuary, Street Masters, and Alter. Okay. Oh, hello there. So Sam Gregor Stewart. This kind of helps tie into my roleplay route here. He writes Rogue Trader, Black Crusade, Star Wars: Edge of the Empire, Star Wars: Force and Destiny, the Genesis system, and the Legend of the Five Rings RPG. So you got someone who can write a good roleplay system working for this company. That's pretty solid. Andrew Fisher just doesn't have a specific game to his credit, but guy knows his stuff, as we can kind of see here. Story development. Evan does the art. Then we have the environmental. So definitely got a lot of okay. I'll look at this picture like, what is going on this picture? Because I'm a bit confused by what they were trying to tell me by this picture. Then I saw beginning and end, which makes sense because we saw a lot of the picture and art. Yeah, a lot of the art in the game that we saw from the Team Covenant stream is not done. It's still better than I've seen some other games, but the rules are pretty much set. That's good. The campaign hasn't even reached the halfway point in what they've produced. And same thing with the card content. Yeah, they definitely have a lot to work on for this particular game. But I think it looks cool. Let's see if I can flip through. Like the cards look like the art style they have, it looks pretty good. I'm curious to get my hand on them because obviously they're like environmentally friendly cards. So I'm very curious to see how they actually feel in my hand, kind of like to play with. Do they have shipping estimates? Oh, it's on the campaign stuff. Oh, the shipping estimates for like you mean the cost? You mean scrolling through all the stuff? Available languages, commitment to sustainability, packaging. It's funny. Even the whole box would be like biodegradable. Have they not hit 2,500 backers yet? No shipping estimates. So $15 shipping. Oh, they don't have 20 to 49. What was the number they had to hit? 25? They haven't actually. 2,500 backers at the 80 or higher. And they only have 2249 backers as of now, so they haven't hit it yet. And that's obviously, they're not, considering that they have 333 of them have only pledged $5. So that's even less than that technically. 816, and they're like 1850. But I'm sure that, especially with Team Covenant doing more streams, I did see, and I'm praying. I don't know how long it might not take. It might be a while, but someone did mention in the Team Covenant stream, they asked Andrew for a Tabletop Simulator mod, and he said he's like, the game isn't polished enough, but I think the game isn't polished enough to get it into people's hands for that. But I'm hoping that it may be on his mind at least to have like a TTS mod for it, playtesting, for people to play some of it. Even if it's just a demo game at this point, would be cool. It's also cool that both Andrews were in the stream doing the Team Covenant one to kind of answer questions. So when you watch it, definitely, yeah, I think it would be cool just to try it out. I'm not even that bothered by the art personally. Like if the art isn't like fully polished, but to kind of like get a feel of how the game plays, that would be cool. The map looks cool as well. It kind of reminds me of, it's a cool little map idea. Actually has some use to it. Yeah, some fixed starter decks, or even some like I don't know how much they gave the Team Covenant guys. Does it seem like it was a demo game? I mean, even if you gave them just that demo game and like maybe a little extra exploration left and right, because it looks like you could have gone to like Golden Shore and all these different places. So just having that little bit, so people can make different paths, maybe. But yeah, even if it's a fixed like cost, so you just pick and say this is your ranger deck. The cards do look cool. The backs look really nice. I think the cards on. I think the cards definitely. Almost, I think they look a bit definitely. Maybe feel like that they might be weird in the hand. Overall, I think it's gonna be a solid game. Looks a lot of fun. This, obviously, we saw this mission is kind of cool. It has the whole 4-player type aspect to it, and we kind of saw how this actually does make it a bit more challenging depending on what you keep getting. So that's true as well. So what's interesting is looking at this, the Aatrox, the Sitka Buck. So it says that at the bottom that they're the forest cards, and we may see some of those potentially in the coming weeks from the Team Covenant people. So that could be interesting how they deal with that. But I think, yeah, it may not be the fun. It could, yeah, they may be working on the layout potentially. I'm trying to think, looking at the layout, what would, is there anything I would change? Hmm. don't know. I think that, I mean, at least for those cards, they look fine. Maybe bold some of the cards. I think that may be bolded or not. But like feature, obstacle, those kind of those keywords that get highlighted a lot might be good to like stand out. But overall, I think it's gonna be like these cards aren't bad. I don't know what I'm guessing that's. Oh, those are the different. It says what they are, which brings us to deck building. Deck building is just insane. What's it like? You got personality. You got your personality. You have like an interest or a job or something. You have a background. I think it was like the deck building is just 4 or 5 different options, and then they just keep crossing with one another. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Just a deck build for this game as well. I don't know about the tokens, to be honest. I'm hoping those get updated. I know there is a thing for it in the Kickstarter. Like the deluxe energy token set. Which could be cool. Don't know if that's $30 worth of cool. But they look cool. But again, don't know if I would go for that. I might just get the book, to be honest. Like the art and lore in this book, I would play an RPG in this like world. And like from what I've heard about it, we could make a cool like tabletop RPG world to play in. The mats could be mm, weather mission landscape. That could be the mats could be cool to have. 20 by 23. Yeah, I don't know how it would work, like depending on how you're sitting at the table, but solo play, just have that and that. It will look the game will look stunning on the mats. Definitely. The spider pack gloves is cool upgrade as well. So that we saw the universal actions a lot. Actually, those are the basic tokens that come with the game, and those aren't too. I mean, those look nicer, bioplastic as opposed to that looks like wood, maybe. I kind of like the thicker, short ones. It almost feels more like bam. Those look almost like poker chips, really. I'm hoping that they eventually we get like articles or something about it, so I have more like still shots to really talk about the game. But overall, I think the game looks great. It will be hard to see because obviously it is an LCG. The 3 LCGs is a lot. Now, technically, I guess I would be at 2 LCGs only because Arkham is Fantasy Flight is just having a problem stocking Arkham at this point. They cannot get new Arkham cards in. The point where it's kind of like it's just annoying. I have my life right now. Just as I say that, as I literally say they struggle. What do? I go to the Fantasy Flight website and they literally have Carcosa stocked. The one collection that I need to finish, they have it all set up. I'm doomed. I even have this. I haven't even opened the Intimate cards I got. Oh, Lord. That is going to be a problem. That is... My wallet will not appreciate that. So let's see, I have Echo, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Oh, yep, they have all 5. So what I was gonna say before they decided to just totally oh, they all restocked. Okay, Fantasy Flight, I see you. Everything is stocked. So if you need anything from Arkham Horror, it's in the store now. Go buy. Don't buy Carcosa, but buy everything else. What I was gonna say was, well, Arkham doesn't have the stuff, so I don't feel like I'm not. My wallet isn't hurting as much from Arkham just yet. But then they did this, and I don't like buy everything. I probably won't buy Forgotten Age. Sorry, I won't. Circle Undone, Dream Eaters. I'm gonna probably wait and hope that they because I think they're gonna reprint them. I might. Well, I think what I might do, although don't even. I see what you're trying to do. You're like, let's get him into 4 LCGs. But he goes completely broke. What I might do is I might actually see if there's a Lord of the Rings mod on tabletop and just like play a game or two. This looks to be it. I might just play a game or two just to kind of see how I actually like it. Lord of the Rings is a cool, but I don't know if I want to if I can. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I definitely I'm gonna try to see and then go for the drawing. But I definitely think I'll more stick to. The other issue is I need to either like if I'm gonna buy some of these cards, I need to start like bribing people to actually like in the local gaming stores to play them and be like, let's play, guys. Also, good thing about Marvel as well is Marvel doesn't feel that terrible. Like the packs give you new heroes. There's a campaign box that like like we're getting Mad Titans in a month or two. Well, it's supposed to be this month, I think, but who knows? And then even, like I still feel like I haven't really fully explored Characters Most Wanted yet. Because it took me like 2 months just to beat the campaign. Because I underestimated it. Yeah. Yeah, Marvel also feels like, because you get like with Arkham and stuff, like Arkham is cool because you get these cool stories. And Marvel, though, you get heroes that you recognize, and obviously they can tap. There's so many heroes, and the fact that you can just tweak one thing, like for instance, I'll switch back over to here that for a second. We played Drang solo for the Champions League, but we played him with the Space Pirates module as opposed to the Dune. And you can see it feels a lot differently because every time one of those guys came out, it burns the deck a little bit. It kind of gives you a tough, as opposed to just feeling like a minion overwhelming you normally do. And the Arkham for the story. But now I feel like Earthborne might compete for a story one. But I feel like I might be able to get my wife to play Earthborne more than Arkham. Because the problem with Arkham is it just feels like you win, but you never win. Like you win, but you probably end up going crazy at the end. Or taking physical trauma. And play them? The web app for which one? Just trying to understand what you are referring to. Ah, yeah, I think it does have, yeah. I know I have an app. I know they also have. There's a Lord of the Rings game that's like I think similar to Mansions of Madness. It's the same kind of like game as well that also uses an app. So speaking of, that actually reminds me of something I wanted to look at. Do I have it downloaded? One thing I wanted to do was if I like that makes sense. I mean, there's some good apps that really help with that stuff. Okay, yeah, that's the one. Giants of Middle Earth is the like Mansion of Madness style that has the minis and stuff. Yeah. Is this game? Oh, what's this do? Okay. Hidden rooms. And these. Create the map. Oh, this is really cool. Okay, that's actually. No, I don't like that. Hold on. Hold the phone. What does the hex actually make it look better? Okay. Apparently the bandits do not. I don't know how they chose this because it's not actually. Anyway, um, so yeah, to get back to what I was saying, get distracted by poking around, was the Lord of the Rings stuff. Might do it. Yeah, I don't know. The hex thing's weird. The standy part for this, look, it's cool, but I feel like you have to almost like be playing the game from this angle, which doesn't really make much sense. Because I'll probably be playing it, because you'll probably be playing it like top down. I guess you can kind of see what's going on. What I was gonna say was my thought process for this is it would be cool to get some of my RPG players together, or some of my players together to play through Gloomhaven. It sounds like it's kind of like D&D in a way, kind of. And to go through this whole. Can I put stickers here? Oh, I do. Can I remove stickers? Cool. That's cool. I've never actually poked around with the um with the app just to kind of see how this one actually works. What's this do? Okay. I What does this do? Wait, let me add myself here. So hold on. I think the way it works is where's my guy? I thought on that was a different mod. That was a different mod where I could just like. I thought there was a way you could just like drag the box on it, like unload everything for you. All right. Well, yeah, I'm actually gonna probably wrap up soon as well. So I was just poking around Gloomhaven a bit. But thank you for hanging out and having a discussion about Marvel, Lord of the Rings, and Earthborne as well. All great games coming along the horizon. Okay. I shouldn't have 11 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Plus the 3 X's. I gotta choose, okay. But I don't understand. So if I was to take 2 cards, just trying to figure this out. Or maybe it just means I put the 2 cards here and then I go boom boom. Maybe? Oh, then I go, okay, so like I would do this ability, top part, I would discard it. This the bottom ability, I would lose it. Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. What about if I hit open? Actually, opens, that's cool. That's really cool how it does that. What are these? Oh, that's so like if I lost the damage, if I gain 3 XP. Okay, okay, okay. I can see clearly now. Yeah, this is. I think I can get this after work. Is there a gem roll? What does it do for me? Besides poke around stuff. Just checking out the people are talking about in terms of the okay, yeah, so it's pretty quick. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's gonna be a cool game. All right, so with that in mind, I am going to upload my scores. I'm gonna probably make a quick Pathfinder video of some sort. And then I have tons of video content to produce. And be a busy bee making videos until the cows come home. Video topic, let's think. Let us think. Um, I just had one and I forgot it. I gotta figure out. I think I need to do better assessment for the Pathfinder videos. We'll make City of Mist videos instead. I like the idea. I have made some already, I think. Learn Japanese while sleeping? What? Yes, please. Okay, what was up on Ranger streams? You know? City of Mist. So like my City of Mist, probably only got 33 views. Probably should have a better way. What City of Mist only got 19 views. I could probably redo those. Oh, is there actually like? This could be a video. Hello there. I know I saw someone make it, but I guess I may as well make my video of it. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, we are still obsessed with Earthborne Rangers. Earthborne Rangers. Told you. Can't, can't not sing it. Okay, cool. That's what the video gonna be. What is up, everybody? It's Rob from Sage Tower Games, and I'm here bringing a video with some Marvel Champions news. In case you haven't heard, there is some updates that possibly might be out there, which hasn't been officially announced, but based on some details we've seen, is a possibility. So it was found on the Asmodee official website for Fantasy Flights that Marvel LCG The Mad Titan Shadow, which was slated to be released this month, August, now says on the website a release date of October 1st, which is their placeholder date for the fall. You also have a similar situation for the Hood, got pushed back to October 15th as well. And that's not bad enough. Nebula and War Machine, both heroes that have been announced, have been pushed back to a winter launch, which means there will be no August or September Marvel Champions content being released by Fantasy Flight, as far as we can tell, if this data is true. Now we do know many people who have dealt with Fantasy Flight for some time know of the delays and the shipping issues that Asmodee and Fantasy Flight have had, stocking Arkham and the likes, and have had numerous delays in the past. So maybe now it's finally hitting Marvel a bit and kind of slowing down some of these new expansions, which sucks. It's unfortunate. Obviously, we're looking forward to that, new expansion box. However, it does give us some more time to kind of play around and explore more of the Galaxy's Most Wanted cards and the scenarios and the heroes before getting blasted with a whole new box of villains to face against. So that is definitely an interesting way to handle things. And I feel like the pushbacks are that's gonna happen. I mean, we saw some preview for War Machine and of Nebula, even the hook box. So I don't think it's an issue of development. It's definitely more of a shipping issue, probably. It would be cool to kind of see more. Hopefully, they give us at least a little bit more information about some of these boxes in the meantime to give us that fix of new content that's out there. But in the meantime, we do have Galaxy's Most Wanted. We have a bunch of new characters to play, about 6 new Guardian characters, and 5 scenarios. So that should hopefully satiate most people's need to kind of have some content out there. So hopefully you guys. Oh, I have an even better idea. Hold the phone. Nope. Got a better idea. I'm a genius. Watch me be a genius. I'm a genius. What if I, instead of I need corn. Instead of just making it a regular video, because there isn't much to talk about, instead make it a YouTube short video. Is your mind blown? Did your mind just explode? Because mine exploded. So how do I do that? I would have to make it really tight. Tight. Hmm. We'll make it work. We will make. I could probably make. We'll make it work somehow. What's up, everybody? Marvel. Nah. Try again. Try again. Try again. English. What's up, everybody? Some Marvel Champion LCG news. We have found out possibly that the Marvel LCG The Mad Titan Shadow campaign expansion that was supposed to be released for August has been pushed back to the fall with an October release date. The hood has also been set up for an October fall release date. And we have both Nebula and War Machine with a winter release date of currently in December. So as for now, some of the Marvel Champion new content has been pushed back from the developers. Hopefully, we get official words on some of that. In the meantime, we do have Galaxy's Most Wanted and all the different Guardian characters that have been released to keep us enjoying and entertained. So, hope you guys are enjoying Galaxy's Most Wanted because we'll be playing it for a little bit more. I just squeezed it in just enough time.